Hola, bonjour, merhaba, konnichi, wagwan. Hello. You know who it is, people? It's Arsenal's Realist. And I've named this one a Premier League podcast. Hashtag one, because we're going to do many of them. And obviously, we've got my boy in the building, and here he is, and he's a permanent fixture on the channel. How you doing, Guna for life? You all right, bro?
Yeah, I'm good, bro. Hello, people.
Yeah, nice to see you, brother. Like I said, obviously the channel had a little delay, had a little bit of an illness, this and that, but we're back. And since I've gone and come, bruv, not a lot has happened. Not a lot has happened, you'd think, as a team that's rebuilding, but a bit has happened, and we have got Arsenal, that is. We have got Thomas Partey. So I'll just like let you go and freestyle with it, brother. What's your thoughts on? I'm not going to say the way we acquired him and how did it go. We'll get behind the mechanics of it after. As a player, what's he going to bring to Arsenal? What do you hope? What do you reckon? Go on. What do you think?
I reckon he's going to do quite well, to be fair with you. And, well, he's got to be better than what we got, surely. Because our midfield is shit.
Yeah.
And it's been... So, yeah, I reckon he hopefully hits the ground running.
Do you reckon his biggest attribute when he comes to Arsenal is, like you just said, like, do you know when you say, like, we need a creative player or we need a defender? Like, every team needs a certain type of something they're looking for. The biggest bullet point that he ticks, is it simply we need men in the middle and he's a man in the midfield? Is that the first thing that's guaranteed before we can say what he's going to bring? He is just someone.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I hear you. Like you said, I think it's two ways. He could be absolutely brilliant, but we need to see a bit more before we're actually spitting lyrics about him, innit? Yeah, no, I hear you, bro. I hear you. What would you say then? The way we acquired Thomas Partey, it was obviously deadline day, release clause. A bit like when you look at United, the fans are saying for United to be in such a slump and so shit, for you to get Cavani on the last day, why wasn't that done 2 weeks ago? So when it comes to Arsenal, again, it's the kind of thing of, does it show a little lack of, I don't know, not ambition, because we know our owner's not ambitious, but what would you say? Does it show that Arteta is feisty? And with another manager, it wouldn't have happened on the last day. Emery would have got Boyd. Wenger would have got, but Arteta made it happen on the last day. What do you reckon that the mechanics behind it was, Gunnar?
It's just a bit. It's almost like we're showing a bit more aggression. Like, it was because we tried getting a deal with him, and Atletico said no. They were showing their aggression. So it was almost like we went in the last minute, took him, and made them take Torreira off us. If you know what I'm saying, like it was too late for them to go and negotiate someone now. So they had no choice but to take Torreira, kind of thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I hear what you're saying.
That's what I want. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want from the club, is you go in and you get your player. It's a bit annoying. It killed it a bit, though, because they took so long about it.
Yeah, well, a lot of people are saying, because obviously a release contract has to be released or whatever, so money's had to come out of somewhere. A lot of people are wanking off Kroenke now, which I'm not going to argue with people. At the end of the day, if you're a cunt, but you do invest a bit, I can still recognise it. But what I'm saying is we have sold Iwobi, we have sold Martinez. Like, if you really look into the mechanics again, I don't feel like Arteta's getting backed fully. He's relying on what you just said, I think, bringing that aggression into the market and saying, look, Arsenal ain't here to be bullied no more. Do you think that the back for the support for Kroenke at the moment is not support, but a lot of people are sucking him off? Do you think he's earned a little bit of praise lately? And it's fair to say that if you think he has. Do you think he has?
Not really, because for me to give him praise, he would have had to bring in a new right back, a backup left back, and sold majority of the deadwood. And then I would have turned around and said to him, okay, we're moving. But a Gabriel, a free transfer, and a Thomas Partey, to be honest with you, it's not really enough, is it?
And let's be real, in that same basket, sorry to cut you off, brother, we've got David Luiz and Willian in there. So that's what, and I look at the whole picture. It doesn't look like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, it's just, if you look at other teams, it teams that are below us, like teams at Aston Villa, they've spent more than us. Like, that shouldn't be happening. We're supposed to be Arsenal.
Yeah. Like historically, we all know there's been many times where many clubs have spent more than us on. Even Leicester had to spend 208 million on their way to winning that league. Let me bang through a couple comments though quickly. Big up AR, thank you Daniel Nemeth. I hope you're good, brother. AR Goon, are you both good? Safe Professor Love Form. Yo, big up Joseph, evening realist. If you need me, bro. I was gonna get you on, Sonny, but your last message you said you didn't want to today, so I'll do it. But we'll do it, we'll get you on another day. Joseph Masiko, Partey brings physicality to this team and consistent intelligence. He's a great player. Well, I suppose we can't guarantee nothing consistent until he does it in the Arsenal colours, but yeah, I haven't seen enough of him at Atletico to say whether that's a correct statement or not. But a lot of people are banging on about him, so I have been convinced he's saying something.
If he does in the Premier League what he done against Liverpool in the Champions League, then wow, that's all I got to say. We've got a player.
Yeah, I hear you.
It's consistency. Got to keep it going. If
you can't, at least for 90 minutes here and there, we can't expect no player to do it every game. It don't happen, but we need more consistency than not. Absolutely.
Like instead of 5 bad games, 1 good game, you kind of need it the other way around.
Yeah, I agree.
Otherwise, there's no point.
No, it's true. That's the trick, finding that them players who are really durable and can go that long run. We seem to always find a player who can do something on the day, or do you know what I mean? It always goes 2 ways. That's what I feel like Arteta may have installed in this Arsenal. It's 100% or you're not playing kind of thing. And that's, I'm liking what I'm seeing now at the moment. Hey, Sonny, you good? Says Love Form. Hello, all right, Sonny. Big up, Paul. Well, do you know what? As you just mentioned, Partey against the Liverpool, when they played Liverpool, it was like an ideal performance, like you said, and that's what you'd want in the long run. With Liverpool now, yeah, obviously we saw what happened, Ralph. They got tombstone 7-2, yeah, by Villa. And what I want to say to you is I've been thinking about it for a while. Is it, you give your reasons, but is it a case of you win the league, you have a couple of weeks break, it all starts over all again, and it's a lack of motivation, and that was a wake-up call, and it's all back to normal now? Or do they have chinks in their armour, and is that 7-2 just a little sign to say what can happen? And actually, the league isn't all wrapped up. It's not Liverpool's. If someone give it a go, whether that's City or anyone, Everton, it can be achievable. What's your opinion on that Liverpool loss? Because it was a big loss.
Madness. An absolute
I'm glad you smiled then, bruv. You don't smile much, but I'm glad I saw it then, bro.
But it's one of them that won't happen again.
Yeah.
They won't.
They lose matches though, bruv. I don't expect them to concede 7, but will they concede 3? Do you know what I mean, or nah? What do you reckon?
Maybe, like if Alisson weren't in goal that game, was it?
Yeah, that's correct.
That's your reason. Like,
yeah, it's true.
If he's in goal, that ain't happening.
Yeah, not 7. Yeah.
So it's one of them. Like they got beat last season by what was it? Who was it? Watford? Was it Watford?
I think they did something like 3-1. Was it something silly?
Something like that. So it can be done, but it's that Thiago they've gone and signed. He's another level. Like
so is it a case of then it is just a one-off then, Gunnar? In your eye, do you reckon that's just a one-off? And if anything, it's just going to keep him in check?
Yeah.
Okay. That's what I hope it's not, but it does make sense, to be honest with you. Because you remember that day when they lost 7-2, something happened a couple hours before that. Graham Souness, is it Souness? He was on Sky giving it. Oh, Man United have just lost 6-2. What little wankers they are. They're shit. Let's watch Liverpool and see how they do it. And then they went and got spanked 7-2. It was a brilliant day on Sky. But fucking that Tottenham and Man U game, now that's 6-2. Or was it 6-2 or 6-1? Because it was just the day of fucking goals. Was it 6-1, yeah? Was it a penalty they got as well? It was, isn't it? Mm-hmm. In the first 30 seconds. Now, is it the complete opposite with what I've just said to you about Liverpool? Liverpool have lost motivation. Have you? What's Man United's problem, bruv? They got Pogba. They got players around. Martial. Like, what is their problem, bruv? What's going on with them lot now? Not that you're a United expert. I just want your opinion.
They've got no holding midfielder. Personally, that's good enough. Their defense is crap, and their goalkeeper's past it.
Yeah,
And
definitely De Gea. That is a fact.
And beyond all of that, their manager is shit, bro.
No, he's a PE teacher, bro. It's true. He ain't ready for the job.
He if he isn't sacked within the next 5 to 6 games, I'll be amazed.
I feel like they're holding on to him to see this season out to then get the new manager in. I think they're thinking to get a manager in now. Do you know one thing I think we're all overlooking? And it don't matter how much money you make as a club. Imagine now, since this fucking bastard virus, can you imagine how much clubs are losing on these seats? Tickets, mate. Even if it's not the be all and end all, if you're a tight cunt, it's gonna affect you. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you believe that it's a case of they don't want to invest, there's money problems. Is it a case of people are waiting for shit to go back to normal? Someone like Man U, not Arsenal. I feel like, because I have seen the difference lately since that virus has come. They're not spending, are they? They're not really doing it as you would expect Man United. It's like Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's getting away with a fucking lot, bruv. It seems like that, innit?
Yeah, he is, but apparently all of the dressing room are starting to cotton on a bit more. Now they're starting to get a bit more annoyed. So, but I don't know. I think he's out of his depth. He's crap.
No, I agree. You've got to earn a job like Man United, mate. You can't just walk into it.
Nah. Man United, it's a big job at the end of the day. Like, as much as we probably don't like to admit it, but they are one of the biggest clubs in the world. Definitely the biggest in England. So
yeah, definitely, bro. As far as the managerial job goes,
it's like Lampard. He only got that job because he's a legend, same as Ollie. Like, personally, I don't think both of them are good enough.
And it could have easily been the same with Arteta. It just so happens that he's come in and he's ticking the boxes. But like you said, you don't know until you hire a player a manager with no background, or got like Ollie, Norwegian league or whatever. Like, bruv, like you said, until you hire them, you don't know. It could be dud. It turns out that 1 in 3, we're lucky. Arteta seems to be ticking all the boxes at the moment.
Mm.
But then when you look at it, you say, what have you, all three of you, learned? What are you going to really learn in Norway, blood, in the Norway league? Fuck all. Lampard, I don't really know what he's done. He fucked off for a year. 1 minute he was playing, next minute he's managing. Then Arteta, when you look at him underneath Pep, won a couple trophies. It makes to say, do you know what? Out of all three of them, he must have the most knowledge. It only makes sense.
Yeah.
And that knowledge seems to be paying off.
Yeah. Well, since Arteta's left, City are they've kind of got worse.
Yeah.
If you look at it, so the proof's kind of in the pudding in a way. If he had the full team that he wanted, he'd kill it. I think he'd smash it. But for what he's got, he's kind of doing the best he can do. Like, let's be honest.
Yeah, 100%. Who do you think then? If I was to say to you then, Man United, Chelsea, and Arsenal, if you was to just line up all three teams and all three players, like the whole squad, the 26-man squad, whatever it is, Chelsea, and you look at it, who has the hardest job on paper, would you say? Because I will honestly always say, from my perspective, and we'll go back maybe a transfer window ago, because things are changing each window, I honestly believe it was Arteta who had the hardest job. Whether United had 7 defenders, whether it's Bailly or Maguire, it don't matter, bro. They had 7 defenders. Chelsea had all sorts of players. You could create a system if you wanted to use your brain. Arsenal is set in fucking stone, bro. Do you know what I mean? Mustati, David Luiz, Mustafi. Who do you honestly believe had the hardest job?
Arteta.
Yeah. That's good. I agree that as well. Who would you say then, out of all three, has the easiest job, leaving it down to Chelsea and United? Does it have to be Lampard, do you reckon?
In a way, yeah, but in a way, no, because he's basically renewed the squad, isn't he? How many players has he bought?
And he ain't got them big names, whereas United, you would say they've at least got 2. For me, Pogba and Martial are 2 big names for me.
But Chelsea need to get that squad to...
Yeah. Lampard's owed more time, maybe, is what you're saying. He's owed a little bit more time.
A bit more time, but if he don't get top 4, he's gone.
Yeah. They're ruthless over that side, boy.
That's how we should be, personally. If you don't get your requirements, off you go.
Well, if you're as a manager, you're going to shake an owner's hand and say, like Emre did, with this dossier of players, here's my 20 players. I'm going to do this, this, and this with these players. If you're man enough to make the deal, then you have to live and die by it, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? You have to.
But at the same time, the football club can't expect Emery or Lundberg or Arteta to get into top four with the shit we got.
This is what I'm saying. So by the point when I said when you shake your hand, you have to be careful what job you take. You can't just take it and just take it because you will get mugged off in the end. Like, do you know what I mean? If Arteta took this and guaranteed he's going to get top four with this squad before a transfer window, he's put his head on the chopping block straight away.
Yeah, he needs backing to be able to do it. Otherwise, it's not happening.
No, it's real, bro. Let me read a couple comments. I will message you back on Twitter, bro. What's Twitter, Sonny? Is that a new thing have they invented? There's Twitter and Twitter. Prof, big up yourself, Sonny. My jiggly J. Let me see where's these comments gone, bro. Oh, they're flowing in though. Big up the comments, bro. Fucking hell, there's loads. Let's get a few of them. Yeah, I got it, man. Great clash on the terrace, Sonny. Oh, you're on the football terrace, Sonny. Good. Hotting up that fucking little fucking cunt. Andrew, unthanked players though. No way, that's your boy, innit? Yeah, I remember everything, brother. Path man against boy. No, fuck KSE. Should have given Arteta 150 million. Well, do you know what? At the end of the day, I don't want to be a person who sounds brainless and dumb, like, give him money and let's do it. But I believe, as Arsenal fans, what we've lost from a Thierry, Vieira, a Berg, Camp Champions League, going down from a final, semi-quarters, now we're out of it, Euro. What we've been through and the money we still make during it. I do believe we've earned to, like, as fans, we should be knowing before a window starts, there's 150 million, be excited, fans. Do you know what I mean, though? It's like, it's all good it happening on the deadline day, bruv. But it is something we're meant to enjoy as well, and we need to be repaid. So I do believe that Paul Myers ain't being like overzealous with that. I do believe Arteta deserves a 150, bruv. In the next window, even. Is that me being crazy? Can you imagine 150 on top of this now, bruv? It would be like game, set, match almost. We can't moan, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not going to happen. It's so blatant. He says Professor Love Form. Hassan Quasi, salute AR. What you got to say about that? Do you know what? Are you up to date on this Ozil situation, Guna for Life? Because I literally, all I've heard is Ozil, Turkish president, and the word bastard. I do not know nothing to do with nothing. Have you heard anything?
No, not really.
Yeah, I can't talk about something I don't know, bruv. Like, I've got to look into it. I haven't. Joseph Masiko, we paid Partey's release clause for our own cash reserves, not investment by Kroenke. Exactly. Even when we say investment by Kroenke, that would just technically mean he's dipping into where his money is, which we've made. So there's no argument that a club that's gone from 500 million that's now worth 7 billion. And listen, you can take North London property value into consideration because the stadium is a building, but it goes up the building every year. The money that's involved in this is deeper than football. And that's what I really think the Kroenke's ultimate interest in is property as well, bruv. These stadiums they've got are in the best fucking places and they're worth billions. So investment is a deeper word than just investment. Even in Realist, I'm back on Twitter, bro. Say football. I'm not in the pick, bro, especially now. I'm getting baffled with this. Kroenke is doing what he is supposed to do. Guna for Life, the timing of the party was impeccable. It ensured he didn't buy the rest of the players we needed. What do you reckon about that, Guna? That is quite a clever little angle, though, as well. Buy someone on the deadline day in the last minute, and it's done and dusted, isn't it? We can't get no one else. Like,
yeah. See, I don't know. We just waited too long, personally. Should have had it at the start of the season. It's gone and done it.
Yeah. No, I agree with you, bro. David Allison could be taking over Newcastle. Fucking hell, bro. Listen, Newcastle will end up with fucking new owners, new players and everything before Arsenal do. KL, salute AR, salute the Arsenal Realist Army. Get another one of these. Tom Bacon. Yo, AR, good to see you again. I reckon with Partey behind, we will see what Ceballos can naturally do. Yeah, that's a good idea. Obviously, he's going to open up space for other people if he does his job correctly and what we all wish for. And also, this is the point of when you have transfer windows. It's not about one player. It's not about two players. It is about a united team. And you hope you buy someone like Pepe, he doesn't perform. He slowly starts waking up. You see it. But you hope on your next purchase, someone like Partey can then connect with someone like Pepe. You said, you know what, there's a brilliant partnership there, and so on and so forth with other windows, and players who seem to be maybe missing a bit start coming into it more, and you start seeing a whole fucking structure and shit coming together. But that's why it's deeper than one window. Don't you agree, Guno? Like, it's more than a player in a window. And it's like we need to continuously be building per window, per window.
Yeah, we need to next window we need to do more. Go buy the rest of the players we need. But then at the same time we need backup because we need a good bench. Is if Partey gets injured, it's back to square one.
Yeah. I believe we need a little one or two, at least one spectacular signing. Meaning, listen, if you want to be one of the big boys, you got to have a couple big boys there. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Once goes, bruv, which will be very soon. He's old man now. Bruv, you need, whether it's Mbappe and Neymar. I'm not trying to make a video here just for YouTube, but I'm trying to think of high category players, which, bruv, if you want to be one of them, you got to be the team who puts the money down. Everyone laughs at for 2 months. Oh my God, they spent 130 on who? But then it's got to work. And it's like, I don't know. I feel like we're very far away from that. Do you think we're how many steps away, Guna for Life, do you think we are away from what I just said, maybe being at a team where we can relax a bit now? We're certified top 4. We don't know where, first or fourth, and we're investing each window. How long before an Arsenal fan can genuinely relax and say we're a top 4 team again? Would you say, calculating from what you see?
Couple of seasons.
Minimum, really, without even thinking about it. Yeah.
Couple of seasons for us to be up there comfortable, but to be winning the league, I don't have a fucking clue.
Impossible, yeah, but so when you say a couple of seasons, then do you think what's the likelihood in a couple of seasons that Arteta's still at the helm of Arsenal?
Well, it depends if he gets backed or not. So if he doesn't get backed and doesn't end up turning it around, no doubt most of the Arsenal fans will turn on him.
Yeah,
you know it is, but it all depends.
What about another? Say we have another 2 windows like this window. We go for, or like the previous, we go for a 30-plus-year-old David Luiz type player. We go for a Willian type player above 30 again. And then we get a 40 million signing a pie. If we have windows of this caliber, do you think this is enough with the changing times of football and every other team slowly improving? Do you think are we going 2 steps forward, 1 step back? Or is this rate will it get us somewhere eventually, one player at a time?
No, I don't think it will, because like Partey, for instance, he's 27. If we do it like that and keep slowly moving up, as they get, he'll end up getting to a point where he might decrease, or someone might come in and buy it. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, it's the same with Aubameyang now. Like, at the end of the day, if we wanted, Aubameyang wants to win trophies, obviously. If we wanted him to win the league, we would have gone in like Chelsea did. Bang, £200 million worth of players, do the whole midfield, get rid of half of the shit, let's go. But we haven't. So we ain't going to be touching league titles or anything like that by the time he's left.
Yeah.
Like, he'll be gone by the time that happens, I guarantee it.
Well, I agree, because at the end, he'll be gone by the time we think it's going to happen, if it happens, because I don't think it will, because it's like you said, when you're getting someone like Aubameyang in, ideally, you'd be wanting to get the midfielders in, not 2 years before they fucking retire. And that's what's going on. Aubameyang comes in, now Partey's here. Even if they gel and sync up, their days are numbered already. Aubameyang has to go one day, but we can't keep giving a 35-year-old a contract. So then you're saying, same what I said earlier, are we going to allow these players to develop relationships, Partey, Pepe, or in the future, is it going to be like you said, next window comes, don't buy no one, get a loan in, then before you know it, by the time we get someone to partner up with Partey, has that ship sailed as well? And Partey is going to be 29, going on 30. So, unfortunately, it is right, bro. What you're saying, it's this one-man football, this one purchase that changes everything. It don't happen no more, bro. United could buy Van Persie 100 times over. They ain't winning shit no more. The game has changed. It's partnership, and it's a United game now.
It's not. The game's changed. But back then, when we used to do things like that, look at the players around we used to have. We didn't need to strengthen, but we went and strengthened one player. Keep it going. Now, when you've got a team like us in United, mate, you need to go and buy 5, 6, 7 players. Otherwise, you ain't going. You need to do what Chelsea done. Chelsea done well last season for a squad they had. He had to use most of the youth, and he done well. Then he's gone out this year and said, "I tell you what, let's have it." And he spent what he's had to spend. Like that's how you roll if you want to win a league. They ain't gonna win the league this year, but if they gel next year, they're gonna challenge.
Yeah, it's a step in the right direction, like you said. Andrew, I'm thinking Playstyle. Partey is a presence in the middle that Arsenal been missing. Let's be real, Xhaka's dead at the moment. Ceballos is our biggest threat in the midfield, and he is a real reject. Engo, I rate Ceballos, but not world class. I like Ceballos. I think Partey is a presence. Oh, I thought you said Pepe. I was just about to say, blood. I don't think Pepe's got that presence everyone's talking about, but he said Partey. Partey's a presence in the middle, but Arsenal been missing. Yeah, no, I agree. And like you said, let's be real. It's true. There's Xhaka comment. I like to be nice to the players and that, but he ain't good enough. That's a fact. And yeah, Ceballos is our biggest threat. And like you said, I can't disagree with any of that, bro. I just want to hurry up and see Partey already, man, in an Arsenal top and see how he affects the whole team. Because in theory, we all know what we want. Solid Superman type DM that gives the defense comfort, support, and then he's up there when he's kicking off on the other side of the pitch as well. It can happen, and it'll be lovely to see. Guna for life, best team, don't always win, bro, says Sonny. Well, that's a fact, bruv. But, bro, we don't win shit. Partey, why? Because we got her. Living with Brownies. AR living in Spain. I've seen a lot of Partey, and he protects the defense really well and knows when to do intelligent fouls to stop the flow of the game if the opposition are attacking. That's what I'm saying. I'm getting a lot of positive comments about Partey. So yeah, I'm happy, man. I want to see what's cracking. Did you at the time when it was all going on, Guna, obviously they were talking about that other geezer. What's his name? Uar?
Yeah, wow, or whatever his name
yeah,
is.
Wow. And then Partey. Well, who would you have taken at that point? Like, would you have taken him over Partey, or was you always more of a Partey fan?
I don't know, really. I wanted both, to be honest with you. But
it makes sense, to be honest. A lie, both.
I don't know, because we need both. We need that attacking. We've got enough forward attacking players, but there's no one to feed them in. But our defensive midfielders are crap. Like that needs fixing that on a serious level. So it's quite hard. Like it's one of them. It's quite hard to pick, if you know what I'm saying, because we needed them both.
Both have attributes. Basically, you don't just have to close your eyes and pick one.
I'd say why, because we don't get enough shots. I'm getting annoyed with this 5 or 6 shots a game. That's annoying. Like it generally is. We shouldn't be having just 5 or 6 shots a game.
Yeah, no, I think you're right as well. The way you explained that, painted that picture, I will go through moments where you say like you want UR, and then you say, do you know what though? You don't want to be that fan that you're always screaming for defensive midfielders, and then you get the chance and you don't fucking take one. So it's like, you're right, bruv. There's positives in both. It's just, yeah, I hope he is what he says on the can, and he is how it's been sold to us. But boy, who would have been? There wasn't really much going. There wasn't much like available from what there wasn't many options going from what I'm hearing. Do you know what I mean?
To be honest, I don't know if there's anyone much better than him. If at that, especially at that price, that's we got a bargain. If he didn't have a release clause, he would have cost us 60, 70 million without.
Yeah.
So
What do you
we
reckon
did.
it was obviously a bit hard, this release clause, negotiations. How much of it was Arteta in his era? Like, how much do you think he wanted to come on top of everything else to this new project of Arsenal?
I don't know, to be honest with you. Like, I really don't know, because he's through a Champions League for how many years? And unless he generally believes in us getting into the Champions League, then
It's a bit of a weird one, isn't it?
how he's dropped down a level. He really, in a way, he has dropped down a level. So
Cool.
it's I don't know. I really don't know. It's one of them. Unless he generally does believe in it, like.
Yeah, that's it. To be honest, you have to, because why would you otherwise? It wouldn't make sense.
Yes, I don't know, but fair play to him at the end of the day. We needed it, so he's here.
Professor Love Form says, playing the High Line was exposed by Villa. They played outside and Liverpool were terrible. Teams need to exploit that high press with a ball over the top. Plus, no Mane, no press. Yeah, to be honest with you, I've watched that Villa game back 2 or 3 times just out of fun. Do you know when you're lying there and you've got YouTube, you're about to bun one, you think, what can I watch? Oh, I watched that 7-2 highlights. Fucking, bruv, I've tried to look at it and say it was a little bit of luck, this and that. Villa fucking worked then, bruv. Who was that brother's name? Tompkins, Watkins, whatever the shit his name was. He banged a hat-trick in. Grealish and Barkley were moving decent together. It's like a good little partnership I saw there. From Barkley, I mean, he's never really impressed me. But from what I saw on that Villa top, I was impressed, bruv. Like, moving really confident. I feel like Villa I think it was all down to Villa. Honestly, I've watched it a few times, and I do believe it was all down to Villa. They saw what they needed to do and fucking just pulled it off amazingly. Can you imagine on any other day? Do you know when you watch an Arsenal game, you hit the post, then you're offside, then a foul happens, and before you know it, you lose the game 2-0. Then there's the opposite of that, Gunnar, yeah, where everything goes fucking right. And I think that's what happened. I think Villa it will never happen again, but everything just fucking went perfectly right for them.
I was amazed. I'm not going to lie to you.
Can you imagine if you put 100 quid on that? 7-2, Villa to beat Liverpool, then it's over, isn't it? You're done. You're in Barbados now, blood.
Yeah, one of my mates said to me about the Tottenham game. So he's a Tottenham fan, and I was like, really? Like, and then I went and had a look, just put Premier League highlights, Premier League in Google. I had a look, and then I seen the Villa thing, and I was like, oh my god. I was like, what's going on?
Yes. Well, I messaged my friend as well. He was a Man U fan.
City lost as well, didn't they?
5-1 or something, 5-2 to Leicester. Do you know what the funny thing was, Gunnar? On my last video before I got ill, before the season started, I done a prediction. I said, I bet this will be the highest scoring season. But the reason I said it was because they changed the law. See your top. If the ball hits the top, it's not handball. And I noticed last season and the year before, a lot of players try to bring the ball down on their bicep and get done for it. This year, they can get away with it. So that was my logic behind saying they're going to... But, bruv, it looks like I'm already fucking right, bruv. How many goals have been scored in fucking 4 or 5 games? It's a remarkable amount of goals.
Yeah, no, like with the penalties as well. Like they've done something to bring it more like Europe or something, didn't they?
Yeah. But what do you think?
They get a madness amount of penalties.
Yeah. Like you said, because they're checking every little thing in that fucking box. But I don't think I like that bit about it. But what I do like the change, you see, I remember this being back in the day, like this when I was a kid. Do you know when a player's offside and then he gets the ball, but nothing happens, bruv. You run, you take on the goalie, what happens. And then after they shoot, the offside whistle gets blown and the flag goes up. I know that's a little bit annoying to watch, but the reason why I prefer it is because, you know, sometimes when the whistle gets blown early and everything stops, and then you realise, oh, he weren't offside, or he was. At least this way, everything's legit, bruv. Don't turn off, play to the whistle. That's the one. Every year the rules change, and I fucking hate them. But this time, I think the offside thing's correct in my head.
Like it's the same as that could have happened last year, for instance, with Aubameyang. I can't remember who it was against, but Aubameyang done it. He scored, and the the linesman said it is offside when
Yeah, I remember.
Remember that one? And
Yeah.
at the end of the day, like if it was the old way, that would have been it, and that would have been our goal not counted, and we wouldn't have got where we got. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I do agree with that. But the thing with VAR that's annoying is the whole waiting.
Yeah. No, I don't like VAR. I think it needs to go. The offside rules, what I like that they hold the flag up after you took your shot. But the whole thing about VAR, to be honest with you, is bollocks. I don't want it. I think it should be down to the ref to make a decision, and that's it. Right? If he makes the wrong one, fuck it. What can you do? Like,
yeah, it's in a way it's good, but at the same time it's bad because like I don't know if they changed it this year, but there was things last season where you're offside with things that you can't even use to fucking score with.
Yeah. Well, they're actually using it technically by law to cheat because Man U got a red card the other day and they sent Martial off, but Lamela hit him first. But you don't want to look at that first 5 seconds. Let's look at the next 5 seconds. It's getting used. It's like me, bro. If I've got the evidence and I don't like two people, I can use the evidence to fuck you over, innit? And not the other person. It doesn't make it automatically fair because it's not a computer judging it. The man is judging the computer. I don't like VAR at all. I don't like Man U either. But Martial got sent off, yeah. Lamela should have been fucking sent off as well. 100. And the same in the Brighton game. Brighton got a penalty and it was fucking out of order. Do you know what I mean? It's fucking, this is only because of VAR.
With us and against Liverpool when Mane smacked Tierney in the face.
Do you know what? Yeah. And I think, yeah.
But then two seconds later, Bellerin got a yellow card for something that wasn't even as bad. Do you know what I'm saying? So,
and this is what we're talking about, that thing where it's the human using the machine to punish the player. It's not, because if it was 100% machine, in fact, like you said, Mane goes off for that. He goes off, brother, he gets the yellow, but really he's off for that. And yeah, there's people. It's just like when Man U were winning, bro. When the people who are at the top and winning, there's always stands more financially to protect them. There's so much going on. Do you know what I mean? With sponsorships, this and that. I might be talking shit here, but bro, I've watched it happen in every country, in every league. Whoever's at the top gets protected, bro. I swear to you. I don't know why. You'd think if you was at the top, they'd make it harder for you.
Yeah, like it's almost at the same time with that referee with that Mane situation. Like, a load of madness happened that weekend. Like that, it was the Man United thing happened where they pulled the game back after the whistle went and all that craziness. And it's almost like he was like looked at it and was just like, oh, I don't want to add to this. Do you know what I'm saying? That was just and then VAR. With VAR, you have certain people in there that are biased at the end of the day, and people that don't like certain teams and all of that sort of thing, and that's unfair.
Yeah, cool. I'll tell you how you know it. Yeah, like, good night. Doesn't matter what nobody says. Yeah, listen. Jesus could come down now, blood, and tell me I'm wrong. I'll punch him in his jaw, bruv. Alex Ferguson. He was a brilliant manager and he earned a lot and he deserves it. But blood, somehow he got the whole of the Premier League to cheat for him for 10 years. Blood, he had 9 minutes extra time for 10 years, like 6 minutes, 7 minutes. And I'm not like, respect him for scaring them all into doing what he says. But it was a fugazi, bruv. Straight away he left the Premier League. That extra time fucking stopped. Nobody started getting that squeaky bum time. And it's a small thing for me to mention, but am I lying, Gunnar? If Man United were losing, did they not get a minimum of 5 minutes extra time? It was bait, innit? It was a fact. We knew when we were trying to beat Man United, we had to beat 3 or 4 referees as well during that season. We knew it. And we almost accepted it as part of, because they was the top, you get that love from everyone. But, bruv, there's been cheating in this league. Well, man, cheating's a harsh word, but there's been biasness going on forever. And as Arsenal fans, trust me, we know. We've never had that biased spell on our side, ever. Maybe it's because we've had that foreign manager, then we had loads of black players, or I don't know quite why we've never grabbed the nation's heart. Do you know what I mean, though? We got our fans, but United grabbed the nation's heart at one point. Liverpool have. Chelsea ain't. I'm not going to lie, bruv. They beat too many people up on trains. But, blood, we haven't. Do you agree that we haven't grabbed the nation's heart when we should have at one point?
It's got to be because we done an invincible thing. Everyone hates us.
Yeah, yeah. But do you reckon if we had more English players in that Invincible team, maybe that could have helped? Like actually born in England. I'm not talking skin color. I mean passport. Yeah,
Maybe,
because
but
that's one thing you got to say. United did, bruv. They fucking bring up a lot of kids that made it. Do you know what I mean? Whether you was England, Welsh, or whatever, they like you could easily have said to your kid when he's growing up, "Look at Man United, bruv. There's a lot." But saying that, we did as well. We did as well, I suppose. It's just Wenger had to go and dip into France at one point, bro. He had enough of this shit. Fucking hell. Salute Guna for life. Keep it up, bro. Safe, Robert Mugabe. Yeah, no, it's a permanent fixture. It's only because I was ill, guys. I weren't doing it. But Guna's, you're going to start your own channel at one point, and you Guna. What are you going to call it?
I don't know yet.
You don't know yet. Guna. GFL TV, Guna for Life TV. I'm sure you'll think of something, bruv. But the sooner you think of it, you can drop it, and I can tell people we could get you rolling. You get me?
Yeah, yeah.
I am smoking. Ain't we all, blood? I'm making a roach as we speak.
No, it is.
Ollie, very poor. Bruv, my friend said to me the other day, he's a Man U fan. I always ask him before and after games, like, what you thinking? I said, bruv, what do you think of Ollie? And he replied to me on a voice message. He said, blood, fuck this Norwegian PE teacher. And I was cracking up, bruv. Like, oh my. And then Villa scored. And I said to my friend, blood, it was only a joke at the time. I said, if Liverpool lose 6-2, I forget about you for today and I allow you. Blood, he messaged me back at 7-2. He said, bruv, you got to allow me now. Fucking hilarious.
He just sits on the bench and like in his dugout thing or whatever it is, isn't it? Like on the bench, just looking at a screen.
He's so happy to have the job, bruv. Even after the match, they was like, how do you feel? And this is what he said. He was like, well, it wasn't our worst day in our history. How can you say that? All right, I'm sure there was a day 800 years ago you got done 10-0. But let's not talk about that. Fucking hell. Can you imagine how far United have come? Bruv, it was a horrible day, blood. Welbeck's debut or some shit like that. We lost 8-2, bruv. Do you remember that disgusting day, bruv? He was probably a young man at the time, bruv. Yeah. Bruv, how things have fucking changed, man. I'm so glad them days are over. Fucking hell, bruv. Fucking hell. 8-2. I'm sure. Was that when who did we just sell? We just purchased Arteta. I think that might have been Arteta's first game. 8-2. I'm not sure. Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Greetings. 15 to watch it on TV when it was free is a piss take. Well, bruv.
I don't agree with that, man. That's pissed me off.
Explain that to me, bro. What's that? They're charging 15. You can watch it on your TV.
No, they're changing the pay-per-view, innit? The football games are turning to pay-per-view.
What? So it's not on Sky and BT?
Some games are, and then other certain games they're charging £15 a game.
Bruv, do you know what? Yeah, see, if you want to take your two kids, if you get up in the morning and you want to take your two kids who have never left the house in their life and deserve it, you want to take them to the cinema, then go watch the football, blood. You got to get on the bus, you got to buy your Oyster cards. That's a tenner each there, bruv. Yeah, you're 20 quid down. You got to buy dinner. You know dinner costs a tenner each. Bruv, that's 40 quid already. Then you got to go to the cinema. They'll charge your kids 15 quid each to get in. Then the popcorn will cost a £5 each. A drink will cost... Bruv, basically, what I'm trying to say to you now is bruv, like, we are literally getting charged through the eyeballs, bruv. You can't even take your kids to a game, bruv. You can't even take them out for dinner. And if you want to stay in now and watch the football, you got to pay £15. Bruv, life's getting taken from us as we're looking at it, you know.
Like £15 to sit in my own house to watch a football game. You know,
what I'm saying, bruv?
You already pay for how much for BT and Sky? They're like 40 quid each, aren't they, if you want them both, like, or something stupid like that. It's ridiculous.
So think about it: £15 for a game. That's £7.50 for one half. That's about £3.50, £3.75 for a quarter of a game. So you're paying about £2 for 7 minutes of football, bruv. And listen, a VAR check can take 6 minutes, bruv.
It's madness. Like, if they say they do it with every game for everyone, they change every game to pay-per-view. It's like it works out to like 500 and something quid you got to pay to watch just Premier League games. That's not including the FA Cup, the League Cup, the Europa League, the Champions League. Or if you even want to watch another fucking game, if you want to watch the Champions League final and your team's not in it, or just a random Premier League game, you got to pay £15 a game. No way.
I guarantee you, Gooner for life. This has just gone in my head. Yeah, you can blame Kroenke for this, and you're thinking, what, bruv? The owners have lost bums on seats money. Yeah, bruv. BT ain't lost no money. Sky ain't lost no money. It's bums on seats fucking money. Who do you think? I guarantee to you in these contracts, every owner has a contract, bruv. People have to be allowed in the stadium. You fuck that up, you have to pay us back somehow. I guarantee this £15 a seat is to compensate for people not being allowed to go to the stadium, bruv. And owners pushed it. Like, this has to happen. This is another move. Fuck us.
No doubt. It's a piss take.
How about you can't say, do you know what? Every Sunday, Soccer Sunday's free. Put on BBC fucking One, it will be on there. How about, do you know what? How about give us one thing, blood? Maybe we'll be happy to pay it then. Do you know what I mean, though?
Yeah, no, so
you got anything, Guna, for like that? You, bro, we deserve this shit, bro. We have to pay for everything, bro.
Remember the days when the Champions League was on our TV?
Oh, bro, what a beautiful day it was, bro. You walk in, go to your fucking kitchen, have a handful of your mum's shit she cooked, stuff it in your trap, and go and watch the football. Blood, for £15 now, you can't even leave your front room. If it comes on, you better not miss a fucking second, blood.
Nice.
Imagine that, like you said, ITV. Bruv, imagine this. This is what's happening to the world. The ITV owners and the football owners, back then, when you're picturing, they was happy with making 200 million. Yeah, now, times have gone on, bruv. These fuckers, they're not happy no more. They want £15 extra as well.
Yeah, no, it's ridiculous.
Sad, bruv. It's sad. This is one of my Donnies. Bruno and Donny are not happy with the coaching. Is that what you're saying, bruv? They're not... Bruv.
Yeah, I had that myself.
Yeah. Whoa. What? So is Oli got his set coaching system? Does anyone know? Do you know that Mourinho does this? Arteta does this. What is Oli's? What is it? It's nothing. Is it just try and replicate the old Man United way? Is that what he's just trying to do?
I don't know. It's done like that's working, does it? So
it just seems like he's more than happy to be there, and that seems to be a very, very, very bad attribute.
I don't know.
I've got this English gelato, bruv, yeah? It smells like ice cream. Do you know what happened? The brother tried to bump me with a big bag of dust, yeah? Fucking... Yeah, bro, but do you know what? I saw Budwell. It was like a 2-ounce bag of dust for a cheap price, but he don't smoke, and he was trying to bump me. So I was like, bro, let me just have a look. He didn't know it was gelato, bruv, yeah? He had no idea. It was just... But, bro, I looked at it, and I said, there's about an ounce in there of bud. In all small buds, but there was an ounce of dust. I said, bruv, it's fucking dust. I give you one, mate. Yeah, he's trying to bump me, but I ended up bumping him, bruv. It was brilliant. It was brilliant, bruv. You know them ones? I just got rid of 1 or 2 pots, made a quick 50, and just said, you know what? Let me bun the rest, bruv. I was so funny. I messaged him back later, like, have you heard of gelato, bruv? He's like, yeah, bruv, that's that proper expensive dank you can't get hold of. I was like, yeah, bruv, that's what you just gave me. Safe. Fucking hilarious, bro. Oh. Do you know what? I feel like one day I want to do a podcast called The Cannabis Chronicles. Just all the stories. Do you know them stories when you go and get a £10 bag and you end up in fucking like Jamaica getting licked by a sea lion when you're waking up? Like the stories just end up mad. The Cannabis Chronicles, like, bro, but I just can't do it yet, bro. Bro, I went to go and get a draw once, yeah. This is back in the day. And the brother gassed it up. I got there. It was my last show. It was the shittest bag of dank. I was like, oh my God, but I was nearly crying. I was walking back through this tunnel. When I got to the end of the tunnel, what was standing on the floor, blood, under a light? Like God sent it. A big bag of dank, bruv. Yeah, I was like, oh yes. Like I just had mad days, bruv. Like... Let me see this one. Very nice. At Sunny Unfiltered, bud, you're going to start the chug of a new channel. It starts slow like a train and picks up. You're a cool man, says Paul Myers. That's it, bro. At the end of the day, you can't care about the... I was just about to say you can't care about money. Well, bro, if you do that, you'll end up dead. What I meant to say is you can't care about numbers on the subs and this and that. Like, I'm going to go and get a drink. Man used to ain't shit. I'll give you a little. Yeah, I'm gonna go get a drink quickly, Guna.
Yeah.
I'll leave you. You can talk to the people for a sec. I'll leave you with one question. Tell me, and I know this is a bit of a stupid one, but I just want you to bear with me for a sec. If Ollie took over Arsenal and Arteta took over United, tell the people what you think would have happened Arsenal-wise. Ollie's in at Arsenal. Do a little spitball, and I'll be back in a minute.
Well, to be honest, if we ended up getting Ollie, I think we would have got relegated. But let's be honest, he's dead. But on the other hand, Arteta, if he ended up being there, he probably would have got them into a top 4 like they did this season. But yeah, if he came to us, we probably would have got relegated, mate.
Well, do you reckon Arteta would have been able? He had the form to get United back into top 4 on the.
Yeah.
I reckon he would have definitely monopolised Pogba from the get-go.
Mate, if Ollie can get them into top 4, then Arteta would.
Arteta's going to win the double, blood, with it.
If we got Ollie, we would have got relegated. It would have been worse than them, without a doubt.
And the worst thing is you're saying that, and bruv, I can't even say you're hating. It's absolute. You're seeing it and you're judging it. I don't think anyone can argue with that. Ollie would have got Arsenal down, and Arteta would have took Man U up. I think that's it's fair. I don't know what they're doing holding on to Ollie at the moment. And this is me. I give once you're in and you got the job, I know cussing you ain't going to help. So I give everybody the benefit of the doubt. But honestly, it's in Man United's benefit to get rid of him. It is. Let's see, that United board also sucks as well. Stupid. Do you know what I think, though, when it comes to the board? I'm very controversial. I think the Man United board are one of the best boards in football. Now, people can laugh at me and say and they can even give probably a good few valid reasons why I'm wrong. But I'm going to give you the one and the most important point where I think I'm right. But I need to find my lighter, blood. One sec. How can I lose this pot? It's so hench. Oh, there it is. Do you know how much United have spent since Alex Ferguson has left? This board that everybody claims so shit and is not supporting United and this and that. Man United has spent £1.3 billion. Yeah, that is literally. When you watch Austin Powers and Dr. Evil needs the money to build a death laser to blow up the world, he says 1.3 billion, blood. It's the same amount that Dr. Evil needs to build a death laser. So, bruv, it's big numbers. When somebody writ that on Austin Powers, they literally said, think of a big number. And they writ 1.3 billion. That's how big their brain allowed it. And that is what Man United have spent since Fergie's gone. What more do you want the ball to do?
But look at the... I see what you're saying with that.
Di Maria, Falcao, Zlatan. Yeah, but they're dead. But they were players at the time. They was in high fucking demand.
Yeah, see, let's be real. Like, they're not dead. They just
no, but they died at Man U. I think they all died at Man U, bro. The Di Maria died at Man U. Falcao died at Man U.
I think all of them, if they come to any team in the Premier League, I think all of them would have flopped.
Well, there is a genuine argument for that. Yeah, there is.
I generally don't think it's too quick. Certain players can't play here.
But is that a case of blaming the board? But if the board are giving these managers the players they want or whatever, who do we blame? I can't blame a board that's invested 1.3 billion. I just can't.
Yeah, I know, but I do know what you're saying. But it's like this year. They got Cavani. That was a panic buy.
Yeah, definitely. It's a bullshit buy.
Same as Falcao that year. They got him. that was a bit of a panic buy.
It was a panic buy. On paper, he was meant to be bagging 25 a season. He was meant to. Obviously, he didn't. I feel like there was intent behind Falcao. There was intent behind Di Maria. I don't think there's any intent behind Cavani. It's to shut the fans up.
Yeah, yeah.
How long can the owners put money in and get sack a manager, get a new manager? We want Maguire, you getting me shit. We want Martial, 60 million in shit. I don't know. I'm saying I couldn't call Stan Kroenke a bad. I could call him a divvy owner, a silly owner, but I couldn't call him an owner who don't invest if he's put in 1.3 billion, man. And that's just since Fergie left. I don't know. I understand they're not investing right, but the owner's job ain't to buy players. I just give you the money, bro.
See, they do invest, but they just don't invest in the right players.
There's definitely an argument for that.
With £1.3 billion, I could get you the best team in the Premier League right now. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Man City completely changed their team with that.
Instead of Maguire, why didn't they go to that Varane or whatever his name is from Real Madrid?
Yeah.
You put an extra 20 million on top of what you paid for him, you would have got Varane. Or Marquinhos or someone like that from PSG. There's a list. The list is Koulibaly. The list is endless.
True.
And they go and buy Maguire because he had one good World Cup and had a good season in the Premier League when that season in the Premier League was completely dead. You know what I'm saying? You got to look at all of the other teams in that season. They done shit.
Well, the thing is, as well, is my friend pointed out to me the other day, I've always kind of been defending Maguire a bit because I understand when you come in as the main defender in a team that's not performing, ultimately, it's all going to fall on your shoulders every time it goes bad. So I kind of took, but do you know what? Leicester have got better, bruv, and United have got worse since they've got Maguire. And when he pointed that out to me, do you know what? Even I've got to stop chatting shit now, bruv. The team you left is getting better. Yeah, bro. I'm not saying he can't be better in a better system when the team's performing, but yeah, like you said, maybe again.
To be at United especially with the manager they got, he needs someone like a Koulibaly next to him.
Yeah,
if you need a Koulibaly next to him, it'd be all right. But it's where he's got who plays next to him. Is it Lindelof?
Somewhat different every week, but in Bailey, Lindelof, yeah, it's not people like you said that are going to start screaming support and confidence. No.
Maguire's not world class. You know what I'm saying? He needs to have that world class player beside him, especially at a team like Man United. You know what I'm saying? At Leicester, no disrespect to them, they're a smaller club. You know what I'm saying? You don't have that pressure. You can just go with the flow. At United, if you don't do well, it eats you away. Same as a team like Arsenal or a team like Chelsea or someone like that. You know what I'm saying? That's really how it is. So
it does change everything. That level of pressure, doesn't it?
It's the price tag as well. One of the most expensive defenders in history, and something like that. That's another one. That's another big
hangs over your head, like you said. Yeah. What would you say then, Guno? Yeah, fucking. To the naked eye, when you just watch a game now, you almost don't even really realise that there's no fans there in a silly sense, if you know what I'm saying. You could easily say, oh, the players are playing, it's not affecting them. How? We know better than that, though. How is it affecting teams? Is it benefiting defences? Is it benefiting their attack force? I can only know as myself, if I was a player and I got fans screaming at me, once they go, I will lose a little bit of an adrenaline. I might start, instead of making boisterous decisions that would have profited before, I might sit behind the ball a little bit more. I know it would affect me. Ultimately, I honestly think it would affect me a bit negatively, but not everyone would be like that. Some people would be more free. How do you think this no fans, which is a huge thing in life and football? I don't like the idea that my kid can't go to a game at the moment. I don't like that, bruv. Do you know what I mean? It's a horror. That's life. We need to be out there. But how do you think? Is it hindered football or helped it? Who's benefiting from this no fans? What's your situation on Hill?
See, it obviously it's in a way I think it's more benefiting the teams that go away. the teams that are at
How
home,
many teams?
like the teams that are going, like for instance, to Old Trafford and that, like when it happened the other day when Spurs battered them, it's because there's no fans. Like that wouldn't have happened if there was fans there. No way. Like that's surely not. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's because they don't have that pressure and everything else, and we don't so much have the pressure and all the is at the same time it helps that the fans not there when you want to play properly, but you kind of sometimes need the fans to give you that come on, if you know what I'm saying.
That's what, if I lost the fans, that's what it would. I would genuinely like. Imagine, I'm not going to start getting cocky here, but it would change my, like, if I was a young man coming into professional football now and they said there's no fans ever again, I would have to rethink. Obviously, it's the money, so you'd want to carry on, but I don't know, man. I'd have to rethink my career. It's all about the fans, man. Is it not?
Yeah.
Every day for the rest of your life, you're turning up to a stadium with no fans. It doesn't seem as sexy no more, man.
Yeah, and it's the atmosphere as well. Like, you know what I'm saying? The players pick up on the atmosphere. Like, at the end of the day, like, it's with the fans, if you're winning at home and the place is crazy, but you got to think when the team who's away, if they're winning away, the way the fans are all there quiet, not making a sound, that makes them like, nah. You know what I'm saying?
100%. No fear. There's nothing. Yeah. Yeah.
So there's benefits to them not being there, but there's cons to them not being there. You know what I'm saying? We need the fans back without a doubt. Even watching it at home, it doesn't seem the same because I don't really. This fake fan stuff is late. You know what I'm saying? When they're shooting and then it'd be a second.
Yeah.
It's annoying. I don't like listening to it. If I can, I'd have a game with it off so I can just hear what's going on. Like that's the only good thing for a person watching it at home is you can hear what the players are saying, the managers are saying. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You get to hear a little bit more of the natural football, the ground zero. You hear the truth. Yeah. No, I agree with that. I agree. And what I thought was as well, and again, to be honest, I could be talking absolute shit, bro. I've just took 2 hits of this Zoot, so bear with me. But fucking, I don't know if it's just because I want it to be and I'm looking, but I feel like all teams, all wingers, whether you're Tierney, you're Bellerin, whether you're whether you're Wan-Bissaka, whether you're Alexander-Arnold, Trent, whether you're whoever, obviously these players are on the wing. These players are hearing their managers' commands all the day when they're running past. They got the fans in their ear roll. Man on, get back. Do you know what I mean? A little something to listen to keep you in check. And I have noticed much less overlapping going on. I would say the wing backs now, like you said, it's so fucking quiet and everything. They can hear and see everything. That they're focusing on that man in front of them. I think it's affected defence badly. We've seen an unprecedented amount of goals going in all teams all over the thing. I think it actually helps a striker. At this moment in time, I think it does. Because when Aubameyang picks the ball up against Chelsea on the edge of their box, like you said, instead of it being an artificial fan cheering to gas, there was real fans like, what the fuck? Getting up, mark him. Do you know what I mean? Keeping you on fucking alert. Now, they're backing up all the way to the point. I don't think I've ever seen Aubameyang shoot outside the box as much as he has this season already. He does it every game, at least one shot. Bro, he weren't shooting outside the box before. Maybe I'm looking into it too much, but it's definitely affected it. No fans, 100%.
Yeah. Yeah, it does. It does.
Of course.
But for the good strikers, yeah, but maybe for some of the strikers that ain't so good, the fans, when they go to shoot and you've got fans hyping towards it, almost gives them more confidence.
Yeah.
But sometimes I do know what you mean. Sometimes it can bring on more pressure because you're thinking, fuck, if I miss this.
It takes an ultimate bad man, like you said, to be in your own head and just do it. Like you said, it's in your head. It don't matter what's going on. Aubameyang pulled the trigger. But like you said, there's other players that are like me. It would affect me, bro. I think because it's all about decision making. Sometimes them crowds screaming something will trigger your brain to say, do you know what? Xhaka's a perfect example. He only shoots when the crowd fucking tell him, bro. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, I want to see the crowds back, man. I've missed it too much.
Yeah, no, I do as well, to be honest with you.
And to be honest, I was wondering how this is gonna pan out. Every club, including, I was more worried for championship clubs, but these clubs are not getting asses on seats, which means they're losing a lot of money, which means the Glaziers, Kroenke, whoever these owners are, they're having meetings and they're fucking angry, mate, because they need to fix this problem. And now you've said about this £15 a match, that's what I've been worried about. That's how they've solved this problem, 100%. And the reason why it's so high is because if it's on Amazon, whoever the fuck everyone's got to get paid. The club, the channel, everyone. So it's got to be a high number, £5 each. And if 100,000 people do that, bruv, that's $500,000 a game. They're genius. They're genius. The CV should be nowhere near Man United. Oh, that's talking about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. He's not ready. I agree. Professor Loveform says this is all that made the loss to Villa bearable, was United getting spanked as well. A lie. Son was moving blood. It was like Claude was on the sideline shouting DVD. That's how scared Son looked that match, blood. Yeah, Claude still racially attacking him, but he banged the goals in, bro. Frankie agnostic. Ollie's getting in the right players, but his coaching team needs improving. Bruno, Van der Beek, Maguire. There's arguments. But then when you look at that Ngola, brother, what happened with Ngola, bruv? Why did they get him? Do you know anything behind that? He popped up out of nowhere, blood.
I don't know.
He don't do fuck all, the hell, does he?
Nah. Scored a couple of goals, but he's nothing special, to be honest.
I feel like there's a chance that at Man U, I don't want to start defending Ollie, but has he got any control? Who the fuck would get Ngalo, bruv? At United, like, what the fuck? He couldn't have said I want Ngalo, surely.
No, I don't know.
Bro, I would love to see how this shit works, a manager's job, bro. I would love to be a fly on the wall and actually see how it works. Can you imagine if they're just in a room and the owners are like, shut the fuck up, can't do what I say? Can you imagine? We would have no idea. We wouldn't know, would we? Joseph Masinko, Lampard is all right. He's equal to, and some could argue, better than Arteta. Blood, there's got to be proof in that. I suppose an argument, you said. There's an argument. So I'll give you leverage on that, Joseph. He did do good. He shouldn't have got top 4 with that Chelsea team. What do you reckon? Did he overachieve a little? He done well to get them in there, innit?
Yeah.
He did. Mason Mount, Abraham. Who was the other people who performed well? That's it. I don't even know. They didn't have many outstanding players. It was a united performance, really. That whole Chelsea pulled together and got them to it. So I think Lampard was responsible for that. I don't know. Is it fair to say any one of them's better than the other now? Obviously, we're Arsenal fans. We say Arteta. Is it fair to say we see what's going to come? But Arteta and I don't know though. I feel like Arteta can say he's better just because we've beat them a few times as well in the final as well. I don't know. I think it's fair to say Arteta's better, but yeah, we'd have to definitely reevaluate that at the end of the season.
Mm.
I hope. Sunny Unfiltered says, Paul, no, too toxic, bro. I need to work on myself first. I hear you, brother. Joel Dominique, Lampard's the same. His CV shouldn't be anywhere near Chelsea. It's true. CV-wise, like, you're not 30, bruv. You're not 30. Kept talking about silverware. Then he lost the FA Cup. I'm just saying that I feel like that's affected their team a little bit. It's so much. He said the word silverware about 1,000 times last season. Did you clock how many times he said it? Silverware. Like he thought the FA Cup was his, bruv. I swear to God. Paul Morris. Okay, I understand, man. How are things going with that lady? I don't know. That's not for me, I don't think. I'm getting mixed up. Where for out thou, Chris Smith? Man United. Professor Loveform. Can Pep defend well? Seems Arteta took the gumption for the defense with him. Have we got City next, if I'm not mistaken, Gunnar? Am I right?
Yeah.
Oh, what a sexy day. That's going to be like a porno that day, bruv. Fuck hell. Well, is there an Etihad?
Apparently, Aubameyang looks like he's injured.
Someone has said that.
He's got something to do with an ankle sprain or something. So
What's
hopefully,
what's the time limit? They're saying 2 weeks. That can fix the sprain. No.
I don't know. I didn't see that. But when are we playing again? Is it next week?
Let me double check. I ain't got dates. Is it that soon? I hope it is, bro. I feel like it's ages away.
And Tierney can't play either at the moment. I don't think because he's self-isolating in Scotland. He went up there and he was someone in the Scotland team got coronavirus or something like that. So he's got to self-isolate for 14 days.
Fucking hell. So yeah, we're back on. It's the 17th, the match. 5:30 kickoff on Sky Sports. You've upset me there, bruv. No Tierney or Aubameyang then. To be honest with you, it's going to sound stupid what I'm about to say. No Aubameyang wasn't going to be the end of the world for me. Laka in the middle, could swap for Nketiah, Pepe, put someone on the left. I believe in Arteta's system to defend as a unit, but when you say Kolasinac for Tierney, that's where you lose me then. We can't do it. We can't win that match then. It's impossible. I could sacrifice Aubameyang because as a unit, we can slap a goal in and get a 1-1 or 1 or whatever. But yeah, no Tierney kind of puts me on the downer, man.
No, I've seen that. I think it was yesterday or the day before.
As old as Monreal was, I fucking miss the guy, man. I miss him so much, bruv. So much. Like little ratatouille brother, bruv, on the left wing. I miss him, bruv.
Yeah, he was. He did put in the work.
He was the only player that gave a fuck, if you ask me. After a couple year or two towards the end, really putting in the work, bagged a good couple goals.
He weren't the best player in the world, but he had heart. You know what I'm saying?
He did.
He give it every game.
He knew when to go forward. He knew him up. I loved him. I know he only know what he got till he's gone.
At one point, he was one of the only players scoring for us. I swear.
Yeah, definitely.
No.
And that was at a point where if he wasn't scoring, Arsenal weren't scoring.
No. So, yeah, no, he was good.
I miss him, mate. Joseph Masigo, City were playing well before Arteta left. They dropped so many points, dropped in the opening games. Yeah, I think City have always been that team, to be honest with you. They always drop points. They've never, even when they was going through that spell where they're bagging 4 goals, they've never been that team. They have never been on the precipice of an Invincibles like Liverpool was. Never. You've never fought it for a split second. They're just really good. But even every time we played them, in the Pellegrini years, and what's the other brother's name? I fuck knows, I can't remember. But we'll always lose, but we'll bag 2 or 3 goals as well. 6-3, 5-4, 3-2. It was like you could see that they weren't that invincible team, but I don't know. I kind of don't believe Arteta's left and took something with him. I like to think Pep's got a bit more about him than that, but who knows, bruv? The evidence is in the pudding. Man City have declined since Arteta's left. That's a fact.
Yeah, that is true.
It's true, isn't it? Paul Myron says, easy come easy, Sonny. On to the next. Realist, have you heard from Sonny? What do you mean hardcore, bruv? He's right here, bruv. Man saying, have you heard from him? He's right above you, bruv. Vincent Kompany was a big miss on top. Yeah, City definitely took a big miss on that. Remember that banger he scored, bro? Fucking hell, the little cheeky bastard. Fathead, bro.
Never really replaced him, did they?
They needed to get Van Dijk, didn't they? Really? It makes sense. Imagine they got Van Dijk. That would have been perfect replacement.
Perfect. Personally, even a Koulibaly, they should have actually bought him.
Yep.
You know,
who did they go for instead? John Stones. It's not a fucking, it's not a conundrum, isn't it, bruv? When you go for John.
When you take the heart out of the team, you need to replace it, otherwise it falls.
Yeah, 100%. I didn't know about it. Frankie Adostic says, Arteta would play Ozil if he thought Ozil would help the team to win. Clearly, there is an issue with Ozil, either in terms of commitment, work rate, or doing what Arteta wants him to do. I think Arteta is probably a bit like me as well. He just sees what the guy can bring on the odd 10-minute spell, but it's not worth sacrificing a 90-minute game, a game plan, a system, and ultimately an 11th person on the pitch who's going to listen to your commands. That's what I reckon. What do you think when it comes to the Ozil thing? Would you be playing him if you was a manager? Would you say his skill and talent is worth like using it at the moment, considering we've been lacking in the middle for so long?
See, not in the system we're playing, most definitely not. If we're playing three at the back, you can't have Ozil in there. He doesn't track back enough. We'll get exposed in the centre like nothing on earth, especially if we had Xhaka or El Neni in there, we'd be screwed. You know what I'm saying? No way. But it's the thing is, like, he was good, like, but 3-4 seasons ago, it was something like in the Premier League in the last 2 years, he got 4 assists in the Premier League. How is that good for a person who everyone bangs on about, who's amazing and all this? Like, at the same time, though, I think it might be deeper than football with his situation. Like, he had that, whatever that Muslim situation was within China.
Like, see, I don't know. You know anything about that? I literally know fuck all, bruv. What's happened?
I don't really know a lot about it, but it's something about the way the Muslim people get treated over there or something, and he said something about it, and the Chinese people got all funny about it. They took, in the Chinese version of Pez, they took Ozil out of the Arsenal squad.
Oh, is it? Fucking hell. They're such donuts, them lot, aren't they?
It's something madness like that, and it could be down to that. Then you had the pay cut situation, that it could be everything just boiled together. Just had enough of it.
Yeah.
Like, you just said, well, but it's so even on the not saying not even the Europa League this season, to not make the Europa League in the group we're in, it's got to be bigger than football, because that group, we could stick all the kids out in that and win that. Yeah, we've got dead teams. So, or even the maybe not now with a cup, with Liverpool just played in City, but if we get past City and we draw someone dead, if Ozil doesn't play, even then, it's got to be deeper than it's just his football or not tracking back. Sure, it's got to be. It's got to be.
Well, when I look at it, to be honest with you, when I look at him, every single thing, and people could say it's just his style of play, this and that. When you're walking off on a final, bruv, and walking off slowly and throwing your badge and all this shit, it's not just you look like you don't give a fuck. Everything of his body language does say "fuck you." Yeah, to everybody, it just says, "I'm doing what I'm doing, bruv. Like, I'll play, but I don't." And to be honest with you, I'm experienced, bruv, enough to know how humans are. People can say it's just his body language, bruv. It's not your body language. You don't give a fuck. It's clear. And I'm not saying that's wrong. There's bigger things in life than football, and he invests in charity, he does a lot. But that's not Arteta's problem, bruv. Man's got to worry about the team. And like I said, your attitude says you don't give a fuck.
I see it as he doesn't really care about football anymore, because he's obviously, I understand he gets paid 350 grand a week. You want that 350 grand a week until your contract's done. But if you did love football, you would go and just, if you know you're not playing, just be like, just send me out on loan, or send me. I'll be gone. I want to go and play football. Like, but
not him.
So, but it's one of them. Like, at the end of the day, with the Premier League as well. Like, yeah, I don't think he'll get in the Premier League squad, because you've got to have a certain amount of non-homegrown players or something like that.
Yeah.
And we've got a certain amount too many. Like, so I reckon he'll be one of the ones who get dropped, definitely. So we may not actually see him play again.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I'll take it, bro. I'll take it. I don't think he's earned it, to be honest, anymore. King House, 6. That's what Robbie thinks. If he goes out about one guy and then he praises another guy so much, forcing a reaction from the club. And it works, unfortunately. Says King House. Big up King House. H101. Bellerin don't like AFTV. That's why I rate him. A lie? Professor Loveform. I don't hate Arsenal. I hate United. Joseph Masico, King House 786. Just like Kroenke doesn't do his primary job, Ozil doesn't do his primary job either, which is to be consistent on the pitch. Both cost us heavily, but you're right. Kroenke is worse. I agree. He's a dickhead anyway. A lie. No, Ozil's donut, bro. Do you know what's funny? See him and Kolasinac. When I got a new deal, Kolasinac was going to stay forever. Straight away, it all goes wrong. Kolasinac needs to leave as well. Bro, they're just best friends and they want to be near each other. It's got nothing to do with Arsenal, bro. Definitely Kolasinac. King House 786. Ozil was starting for Arteta every game. In his last game, he got the match-winning assist to end one of Laka's many goal droughts. No, I don't know about that. He might have been playing, but yeah, it's not just about what you do in the moment. It's about what you bring to the whole team. Heinz 101. Ozil don't track back, man. Otherwise, I'd rate him more. He don't fit our work rate no more. We've been poorly managed before. Yeah, it's true. King House says, it's not about his football. People have been so fucked up by media and other sheepish fans. Nothing wrong with his performance. No, he goes missing too much. Especially if we was a normal team, like Chelsea or someone who replaces, buys, purchases, does all of this and that, maybe it would be all right. But every player is just so valuable. That 350 a week's holding Arteta back majorly. KL, before Wenger was the scapegoat, after that Emery, now it's Ozil. He is not our problem. It's the silent demon, Stan Kroenke. Yeah, that is 100. I agree. Oh, yeah, I got my GoFundMe link in the link, people, just to say. But we're going live again tomorrow, 9 o'clock. So make sure you're here. Hench 101. You can't be a passenger in Arsenal no more. Love how Arteta manages now. Yeah, that's a good statement. It's true, isn't it? He's not looking to have no passengers, is he, Gunnar?
Nah. No.
Yeah, he convinced me, I tell you. Let's see. Gunnar for life YouTuber fighting over views like a load of Turkish blokes fighting over a fatba for a puzzle. Gunnar for life YouTubers fighting over views like I don't quite get that. Gunnar for life. YouTubers fighting over views. I'm baffled. After losing 8-2, we signed Arteta and Santos. Oh, is that what happened, Daniel? So after that, that's what triggered us buying Arteta. See what I'm saying? You get beat 8-2 by fucking United and we buy Arteta, bro. These fucking our purchasing has been whacked from day. Bollocks. Watch it online for fuck's sake. That's the fucking £15 a match he's referring to. Can't be a passenger. You're just repeating the same BS. Other sheep are. They're working hard. Then there's working smart. After all that, he does most running on the pitch. Nah, bruv. No. I can't. No one will persuade me of this Ozil shit, bruv. Ozil is. Just go and watch the Baku final, bro. That's enough for me. So £15 is a scam. It's a dirty scam, bro. I don't know how they're going to get away with it, but these rich people will pay it, bro. That's how. IPV box, £90. That's them dodgy things. They're good, but when they stop, they just stop. Thank God for streaming sites. It's Andrew at that place. So that's how I know you're watching it, Gunnar. I know that's where you got your site then. Super lemon honey. It's all nice. I had a bit of lemmy when we ding dong for ages. I like the Polish. I don't like that homegrown lemon. I like it to be that proper pungent shit. Funky agnostic. Those players' salaries, the agents' cuts, the transfer fees, all have to be paid somehow. It's true, bro. It's true. This £15 a match is going to go to it. And the thing is, it's better than them selling seats. Can you imagine, Gunnar? Yeah. If you're selling seats, you've only got 33,000 seats. If you're selling it per match, bro, it's unlimited. Africa, China, America, England, everyone's going to, they might stop. This could be the best thing that's ever happened to owners in their life, bro.
See, abroad, they'll probably still get it all on their things. They pay for all their subscriptions.
Yeah, that's right. You're right. They're televised by their people. You're right.
We'll end up being the only ones who's got to fucking pay for it. I'm not paying.
So you watch the game, you buy a dinner, and you're going to be £30-40 down without even leaving your house.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's not happening. I'm not doing it.
Oh my God, no way. There's no chance. Hence 101.
With the boxing match, yes. you understand it because there's not one every week. You know what I mean? Not a pay-per-view one like that. You know what I'm saying? That's every week. Like no.
Exactly. And you haven't been following that boxer your whole life, but and then making support them. Yeah, nice. Yeah, it's not the same. It's not the same. Okay, House 786. That's why AFTV want to hate on Bellerin and overlook his good performances as average. Robbie acts like he's backing him just so he allows troops shit on him more. It's all bullshit. Well, I agree with that, King House. It's a show. It's a TV show. It's not real. What you're seeing here is two people talking and it's real. Them ain't real. They have an hour before they do a video. They have an hour meeting beforehand and talk about what they're going to talk about. That's all. It's all fucking. What's the word? I don't know what the word is, but you know what I'm saying. It's premeditated. That's it. Joseph Masiko, King House in one game, which was his only good. Wait, sorry, King House. In one game, which was his only good one, the year 2020. That's definitely about Ozil. Gooner for life knows. He knows you, bro. You don't all share the same website, is it? I need to find out after. Professor Loveform says, Slav crowd trouble, 2 nearly package in our front rooms, paying 15 spud for matches. No way. It's a liberty. Is this a definite fact as well? This ain't something they're talking about. It's already set in stone, Gooner.
Yeah, it's happening at the next games that are back. I can't remember what games are doing it, but all I know is our first game back isn't. But I think there's 2 or 3 games, maybe. Yeah, for 2 or 3 games, I think that you got to pay for. And I don't even think they're good teams playing either, to be honest with you. I think West Brom and another. Yeah, I don't know who's playing West Brom. It's them and is a dead team anyway.
Like United, right?
Like, you know what I'm saying? They're not even. It's not even like they're doing it for the big games. Like it's I just think it's ridiculous. You got enough money, like, and look at the prices of tops now. Like, you know what I'm saying? I bought this one. This cost me £100.
Fucking hell.
I got the alternative one in it. You know, like you get the £60 one and you get the £100 one.
Yeah. Cool.
Like, I don't know why I bought the £100 one. I'd never do it again. Yeah, I ended up getting the £60 one, and the badge on the £100 one isn't sewed in it. On the £60.
Okay, yeah.
On the £60 one, it's sewed in.
So you pay more but get less. Oh, fucking joke. I mean, bro. We used to only have match of the day. It's not worth paying for. Yeah, I hear, but they even fucking Sky Sport even do watch-alongs and shit, bro. They're even trying to come onto YouTube, bro. Like that's how money hungry these fuckers actually are. Imagine that. You're gonna $1 billion company. It's like fucking. Do you know when you see Tesco's, them big supermarkets, and there's all their little ones opening up, Express, putting all the little shops out of business. It's like Sky Sports, bro. You're making all the dough, but you're still trying to encroach onto fucking YouTube. Ferguson never coached at all. Total Sport Tech or Ronaldo 7 shows all the game. Damn, do you know what? Every time I go onto them sites, though, it's dodgy. But now I've got a new laptop. It probably won't be. Might have been my device before. Joseph Masiko, I don't get why Donny van der Beek went to United. We should have tried to sign him. It's that they must have sold him the rebuild thing. What do you reckon? How did they get him over, bro?
I don't know. I don't even know why they signed him, to be honest with you. Like they already had 2 attacking midfielders, and that's what Van der Beek is. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's an attacking midfielder. And they try to say that Pogba plays in a more defensive role. Well, you wonder why he's playing shit for you and played. And how good was he at Juve? Why do you think you bought him for 80-something millions? Because
he in his position, for fuck's sake.
You're putting him out of position. It's like at the end, if they went and if you bought Kante and played him as a cam, it wouldn't work.
Of course.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, so why have you gone and bought 3 attacking midfielders and using one or whatever? You know what I'm saying? Using one of them or 2 of them as a defensive midfielder when they don't know how to defend, And then just behind them, you've got one of the worst defences in the top 6.
Yeah, it's a joke. It's a joke. When you say it like that, it's no wonder they're fucking around, bro. It's so true. But my friend, that's always what my friend says when he comes to me about this United situation. He's like, bro, when you're not playing Pogba in his position, I've had enough from there onwards. And it's true. What can you expect? Do you know what I've always said though with Pogba, everyone that hates on him? Bro, imagine Partey, Pogba, and Ceballos in the middle for Arsenal. We're done, mate. You could even forgive our defence now, you know, for a year. Be like, we don't even need it. Like, with that midfield, I'm telling you, we'd smash it to pieces, bro. Pogba's amazing.
Even Van der Beek, if we got Partey, Ceballos, and then Van der Beek in front of him. Van der Beek, when I watched him in the Champions League, there's something about him. He's always when he scored his goal for United, even like the couple of weeks ago, he somehow always finds himself in the right spot at the right time.
Yeah,
he's one of them. He's one of them players. He's
players do that. Yeah,
he's always there, and he gets his. He may not score an amazing goal, but he gets that goal. You know what I'm saying? Because he's in the position when the ball either gets rebounded off someone, he's there.
Experience.
If someone's got no like option for a pass, he just miraculously turns in a space. He's there. You know what I'm saying? He's one of them sort of players. He's only how old? 19.
He's young. Yeah, he's young.
But if they don't sort their shit out, he ain't gonna get any better. He's gonna. He will have to leave. Like generally.
Yeah, no,
he's a good player, mate. I'm telling you, he's a good player. I like him. I rate him.
Well, like you said, he's the positioning. And way before he got to United, that little year before, his positioning is always bang on, and that's always a sign that you're a good player. That's always a sign. Always. That's fucking Xhaka's biggest problem, bro. He's never in the right fucking place. Like when he goes wrong, that's usually what it is for Xhaka. He's in the wrong place, and then has to drop someone or foul them. Positioning is everything when you're playing in that middle role. Like that's what I was just about to say. If we did get Van der Beek, just on to argue, Van der Beek, Partey, Ceballos, would that then make Xhaka a decent player? Meaning he goes on the bench and comes on when Arteta says. Would that then make us be like, all right, like we don't cuss him as much because we've got what we need? Could he be the fourth person on the bench to sub, or would it still be a case of you're dead wood, you need to go?
See. Depends who they were looking to bring in to replace him, really. Like, as long as if he wasn't a starter, then he could maybe go on the bench. But at the same time, I kind of want him to leave because I do think he's shit. Like, but at the same time, we seem to lose when he's not on the field.
A lot.
It's really weird. I don't understand that.
All the stats come into it, I suppose. Every set piece. He's not there. That's a little bit of height. Every time the ball comes through the midfield, he's not there. Whether you like him or not, he gets involved in 60 to 80% of the challenges. They might go wrong, but he's there. So it's like, yeah, when he's not there, it does make sense. Stuff might not go great. But like you said, this boy, United can't complain. You got Pogba and Van der Beek. King House, 786. Because Uber is told to do that. He's built differently too. Is part of their new system. I believe Ozil is not that player. Arteta knows that. Now, with Partey and a better team, Ozil can work. Nah, I think you're going down the wrong road, King. I don't think Arteta's even got that in his head. Do you reckon Arteta's thinking about reintroducing Ozil back into the team?
No, I don't think he will.
Would you want him to?
No, not really. I personally think, like if we're not going to renew his contract, which I very, very hope we don't. Like we can't be that stupid. Like generally, I'll be pissed. But if we're generally not going to do that, and we want to get rid of him. I think we should turn Saka. If we're not going to let Aubameyang go up top, Saka needs to play. So I personally think he plays well in that number 10. You know what I'm saying? Or if not, if you William in the number 10, maybe. You know what I'm saying? With Pepe constantly on the field.
Yeah.
It's like I personally, I'd prefer Saka because he's that young. He can adapt to that position and take it as his own. And he's done it with left back, and he's naturally a left wing. Why couldn't he do it with an attacking mid as well? Like, you know, then I think he'd do well with it. Like, so Yeah, no, I don't want Ozil back in the squad. We should just pay him the rest of his contract and just get rid of him.
Yeah, 100%. When you look at a team that is unbalanced or maybe not in sync and in harmony for whatever reasons for as long as Arsenal was, and then you look at all the ways Ozil's got himself in trouble or in the headlines in the last year. Bruv, the guy can't even do PR right for himself. Everything he says, he gets in trouble. The guy, so he's definitely brought unrest to that Arsenal team, 100%, 100. And I think that's one of the biggest reasons Arteta's fucking him off, because I can see it, bro. I wouldn't want to play with him, bro. We're in the final and you're walking off like that. And I've seen it many, many matches before where you're just everyone's tracking back and dying, and you're just on your own shit, bro. Like, yeah, I can understand. I think Arteta's done amazing with Ozil. Emery nearly did amazing, but he backed out last minute and it fucked everything up.
Yeah, and another thing as well, like with Ozil, was if he's got a chance to score and it's a blatant goal, or there's someone beside him where he could get an assist, but there's a chance of the defender getting it or the goalkeeper getting it. You know what I'm saying? He never shoots anymore. He goes for the assist, and it's just like, well, you just fucking attack. I see him do it all the time, and it's just like just fucking shoot.
Yeah, there comes a time where you've got to bag that goal for us. I hear you.
He doesn't do it, and personally, I think he's finished. He's too old. He's on way too much money, and we've got younger players who could potentially become better in that position. So, like,
look at the tits on that picture. Monsieur Sonny says bend over. Andrew, unthanked players told Gunnar, we can tell him a few stories about the dank. Called it the Dank Diaries. From my laptop, Total Sport Live. Okay. Bend over, proper G. Bro, I've also been told, Manny, just as you said, ain't built like the way our team are right now. Either way, looking forward to the rest of the season, inshallah, or in January. We ain't getting that in January, Rob. We're lucky we got Partey, mate. That's probably set Arteta back a whole window.
Yeah, no, I don't even think we're getting now, to be honest with you. Next season, one of the bigger teams are going. If he has a good season, one of the bigger teams will want it.
Yeah, I agree, 100%.
We ain't fighting like Real Madrid and PSG wanted him this year. They just couldn't afford him. Next year, if we don't go in another lockdown and football stops and all that, and fucking we manage to make some pee, then they're snap him up.
Look, this is super Ozil fan blood. Look at this. Ozil is too good for the team. Playing with them would just drain him. Arteta needed to get the team up to the top before dripping Ozil on the pitch. Can you imagine, bruv? De Bruyne turned Sterling. Sterling couldn't score a goal before he got to City. Man turned Sterling into Ronaldo, but yet Ozil can't get an assist for Aubameyang, bro. Fucking hell. It's funny, isn't it? De Bruyne's twice the player. Ozil went from playing with Champions League winner and a Ballon d'Or winner to playing in a pool of small... No, he went from being Ronaldo's dildo. He literally was Ronaldo's sex toy, and then he come to Arsenal. Arteta is making a frigid old granny squirt. Bend over stud says, get a new channel out, Sonny. People respect you because you speak your mind. Arsenal would have been relegated. Oli can only do it with top money players, and even with those players, he's struggling. Is there an argument, Gunnar, with a correct running system, money, and the players he wants, a good squad, Oli could do a thing? There's no evidence to say that he could they?
I don't think.
What players performing under him and overachieving?
See, Ollie, he's got no strategy or anything really, has he?
I've tried to defend the guy, but not every single player is slowly declining a little bit. Martial, Pogba, like nobody. It's him. He's got no drive, bro. For me,
like if you apart from their defense, look at the rest of their team, and their players aren't actually that bad.
No, there's a lot of decent players there.
Like,
if you get them correct as well.
And even like De Gea, maybe not anymore, but Henderson. Look what he's half of the reason why Sheffield United got to where they did. Like, give him the number one, or let him prove himself at least. Play him in a few games. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
De Gea's dead now, but Martial, Rashford, Bruno, I understand he's a penalty merchant and all that, but Pogba, now the Beek, Fred, he's not amazing, but he's all right. Need to sort their right side out, like, completely, really. Well, Wan-Bissaka, he's a good defender, but he's not very good at attack. Their left side is, who have they got on the left?
Sure, is it?
No, they're dead. And their centre backs, they're poo as well. Bailly's all right, but he's a bit like Maguire. If you haven't got someone next to you who's world class, he's crap. It's like the same with our defenders. When you had Louise and Mustafi and all them lot, they haven't got a world class centre. If you have a world class centre back next to them, half of the mistakes stop because he's there to stop it happening. Yep. You know what I'm saying? So it stops them looking so bad. Like, and that's just how it is, like, generally. Like, and the goalkeeper is only as good as your defence. That's another thing. Like, so that's another reason why De Gea's letting in so many goals. Because look at us. How many shots was we conceding last season?
Yeah, tries 20-30 a fucking match, wasn't it?
The joke. Like, luckily we actually had a banging keeper in goal. We kept them shots out.
It's true. It's true. All it takes is for you to have that De Gea in them years where he's messing about, and you will concede every match.
Yeah.
Yeah, Son snigged a couple past him that day that were a disgrace, man. One of them from that tight angle was just, it shouldn't have happened.
Yeah.
I think De Gea, he was so good though, bro. Do you remember? You know the phase I'm talking about. He was impeccable, mate, for a couple of years. And that's now he's dropped. Normally, you'd just say he's a normal shit goalie now, but where he was so good, it's like, yeah, he's not what he was.
Yeah, no, De Gea was he was the best in the world at one point. His reaction stays were crazy. Like, the way that guy used to get down to the floor was a joke.
It's mad. I was scared of De Gea, mate. Simon Hill, those channels do work. You just need to keep clicking the ads off. Would work on a tab, man. Yes. Oh, yeah. It would. It just, my pad was fucked. H101, read this. You must be Turkish, bro. I see that drink. Lol, either Turkish or Kurdish, bro. But Ozil's last game got the match winner assist to the end. I know, bro. You keep going on about this last game, King Owls, bro. But at the end of the day, in one game, he walked off in the final and did fuck all. And on top of that, he's been whacked.
At the end, you go to the season, the last 2 seasons, 4 assists in the Premier League.
Yeah, and everyone tries to go on like, oh, he was good when Wenger was here. Bro, I know my football and I watch it, and I remember being absolutely pissed for a good year or two. Like, and then he'd wake up for a little bit and do a little thing at Ludogorets and score a little goal against a dead team. But in general, that guy went missing many of them matches with Wenger. He was Ozil shit, bro. Ozil issues is politics. End of. No, it's not politics. His issue is he's shit. Bruv, imagine you've been in England this long and you still ain't hit the fucking gym. You ain't on it, bruv. You ain't on it. You get knocked over with one little push. Fuck Man United. I agree. Joseph Masico, Arteta would have done all right with United, but he wouldn't have do well long term. People are forgetting that United board don't back manage. Nah, bruv. I don't know. 1.3 billion. I don't think our board back managers. Andrew, Arteta's is a problem, man. I see what you did there, blood. Arteta's is a problem, man. He is a sick manager, takes no shit, and the football is in his blood. He has passion for the game. That's a brilliant little sentence there, Andrew. That's exactly how I'll sum it up. The guy's got techers. He's a sick manager. He takes no shit. And the football's in his blood. And yeah, he's got the passion for the game. That's how I'll sum him up. And that's why he's won me over. I didn't want him at first. I'm going to sit here and just chat shit. I want experience. I want this. I want that. But now I'm gas. What was you the same, Gunnar?
No, I didn't want him, to be honest with you. I wanted someone who was big.
Yeah, well, why would you, bro? What are you going to say? Oh, I want him. He trained the B team so good. Why would you?
The reason, well, it's obvious. The reason why we didn't get anyone like an Allegri or even a Mourinho, I didn't want him. But the
No.
reason why we didn't get him or an Allegri or that Enrique or just anyone like that, or even Ancelotti. The
Yeah,
reason why we didn't,
the owners ain't going to hire someone who's going to chat shit to them.
is that they go in and say, "Oh, one players." They turn around and say, "Oh, Gabriel, Partey." It'd be like, "You haven't enough. You haven't." Look what Everton's. They replaced their whole midfield. Their whole midfield and
Was
bought more. Like even as much as I hate Tottenham, they've done a whole new stadium and look at their window.
well said. It's true. But like we said, I've always tried to get across. It's a fugazi. It's a lie when they say you've only got 20 mil to spend, 30 mil, this and that. It's a proven fact. Go and Google it. Yeah. Do you know clubs make like hundreds of millions just on tops? They make so much they can't even record how much. They can only record a few countries. But if you actually, bro, I've been to like, bro, you can go to fucking Iraq, bro. Yeah, they'll be selling football tops in the shop somewhere. Like it all adds up. There's more money going through clubs than we know, mate. And yeah, for them not to invest is a fucking joke. Why don't we demand for them to let Arteta players all like we demand for them to let Arteta get the... Bro, what is it with it? Do you know what I've clocked to it? It is. This is Ozil. This is Ozil's account, goon. I've just cottoned on what's going on, bro. Ozil, give me a 15 grand donation, blood. I'll start talking good of you, innit? But until then, bro, listen, I'll give you 7.5 as well, Gooner, tonight, bro. Yeah, if we get that. United are the new Watford. 10 managers in a deck, bro. 10 managers in a decade. Since Ferguson's left, we're talking 5, 6, 7 managers. We're talking 1.3 billion. We're talking maybe Falcao, Di Maria, Butner, Shaw, fucking Marcel. We're talking maybe 22 players have come in and out. We're talking 1.3 billion. They're past. We can't even be compared to them because we haven't even tried to rebuild compared to them. Look at them tits bend over. Look at those bad boys. Frankie agnostic. Man United always seem to be buying players, and Man United supporters always want more. That's how I feel, Frankie, a little bit, to be honest with you. Like, what they're basically saying is, we want a player who, when you buy him, we win the league. Anything else is a flop.
See, I do, in a way, I kind of see why they're like that, because in a way, we should be like that as well, because it's, you know what, it's kind of upsetting to see Arsenal and Man United so far down, if you know what I'm saying, because how high we used to be.
Oh.
We used to mangle everyone, both teams. Like, you know what I'm saying, mangle everyone. Like, and teams didn't know what it was when we were at our best, like generally. And that's why I see most Arsenal fans, well, real Arsenal fans, getting annoyed, and I see majority of the Man United fans getting annoyed because majority of them seem real to me. You know what I'm saying? They seem like they actually give a fuck and don't a signing or two that's made like this time, Cavani, Van der Beek, a couple of other people. Like, really? I thought you were saying Sancho. Like, you know what I'm saying? If I was a United fan, I'd be annoyed if you just mentioned Jadon Sancho to me and then went and bought them.
Yeah, it's true. It's true when you say it like that.
But if we mention Jadon Sancho and then went and bought all of them players, majority of the Arsenal fan base would be coming in their pants.
When these times, it doesn't even help the team with you. When you
it wouldn't have helped the team. Like, but one thing I will say that with our transfer window is it may not have been amazing, but we went and got in the position, strengthened in the positions we needed to strengthen in for once. Like last season, we needed to do this, but we went and got Pepe for 72 million for a winger that we didn't really need, to be honest. And we strengthened left back. Kieran Tierney was about one of the only players that we went and bought that we really needed. People can say Saliba, but he went back out on loan. So really, that we didn't get him till this year, and we're not even playing him now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's a madness. Like, it's crazy. Arsenal just seem to Or like, see now we strengthened defence and midfield. Next year there'd be a problem somewhere else. That's the thing with us.
I suppose that's what we're hoping now, that Arteta maybe will slightly rectify. Like you said, we're only going to know now we've got Partey. It's like a window to window thing, and as much as we know, like it's the same thing, it's the same owner. Hopefully, Arteta can make some form of change with that. Hench 101 says, no, he's right about the thing going on in China and that, but he can't be saying that while he's not even on the bench. We're going to lose money for that, man. Yeah, no, I've given up on us all a long time ago. People, I lost where we was on the comments after start here. People are so thick, they take content personally. So if an attacking player doesn't get an assist or a goal, they are shit. No one said that.
In a way, that's what they're supposed to do, isn't it?
They never get it. It's true. If they never get it, then you're going to go eventually, bruv.
To me, 4 goals and 4 assists in 2 seasons. I think Joe Willock and that get more than that, don't they?
Yeah, no, I'm not arguing that. That's a bad stat, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like that, and that, I don't class Joe Willock and that as shit. I class them as up and coming players that could have potentially be good. But Ozil, everyone bangs on like this guy here, like he's amazing. Everyone does. He's really not. Like,
there shouldn't be a flaw there at all, should there? If it's that, yeah. I hear
like,
you.
if he was amazing, for the last 2 seasons he played, maybe last year he didn't play many games, but if he was amazing, he would have got an assist in every game.
I hear you. It would at least contribute to every game, at least.
He didn't.
More than not, anyway. Hence 101, bruv. Cedric scored in his first substitute appearance by the statement he should be playing every match. Ozil's just not the one. That's why Madrid ditched him. That's why he got dropped for Germany. Oh, no. See, I don't think that's not what we're saying, because then Cedric did score on that first game, but that doesn't automatically say that he should play every game. That's not how football works. It's the system, do you know what I mean? Spiking a player, 2 players, 1 position. So Cedric and Bellerin now, that's one thing I'm surprised I'm happy with, because when Cedric come in, it was underwhelming. Obviously, we always want big signings, but you know what? I like Cedric better than Bellerin at the moment when he's on the pitch.
I don't know what it is. Because when I've seen him play, apart from that one game when he scored, he can't cross a road.
Yeah, I hear you.
His ball goes into the box, yeah, but to who? The opposition. You know what I'm saying? None of his crosses go anywhere. Like, and he's not exactly the best at defending. Like, before Cedric came in, Bellerin was exactly the same. But since Cedric came in, and he's had a bit of and he knows, right, it's almost like they're sticking something up my arse. He's pushing on. You know what I'm saying? Or even if you don't want to play Bellerin, I'd play Ainsley there, personally. I think Ainsley's better than both of them.
See, I felt like Soares to be honest with you, when I'm trying to recap my memory now and think of him in our half, nothing's come into my head. But when I remember in front of our halfway line, where Bellerin would stop, come back, maybe go on the inside, dance around the ball, I just, like you said, though, maybe they weren't going nowhere, but I saw him getting into that, near that corner flag area where just like Bellerin wasn't and no one was. And my theory, obviously, 1, 2, 3 games, but eventually he was there. The ball was coming in. It weren't reaching no one, but I just had enough of, because at that point where there was just Bellerin there, but there weren't no crosses coming in, bro, for a season. Basically.
I do know what you mean. Like, he was putting crosses in the box, yeah.
They weren't getting nowhere.
Going nowhere. So at the end of the day, you might as well have Bellerin there so he can half defend. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's one of them. Like, if you can't cross a ball, why do it? Like, it's not. I've seen him do it about 10 times in that game, and I was just there. That it's getting boring now. Just go up the other side.
Bruv, I pay 150 million for an in prime Sanya right now, bruv. Put him there. I'll drop 50 on fucking an in prime Monreal, and we'll forget about the whole situation. That's the left back and right back sorted. Fucking hell. Can you remember how Sanya had them crosses down to a T by the time he left? Fucking hell, they were amazing. He just whip them in all game, bang on point, bruv. Like, Fucking hell. And that was a player there who he didn't score and he did assist, but he didn't score. No, I did it. But bruv, we was all happy with him, innit? Just flicking them crosses in all match.
Yeah, he went to City for a reason, though, didn't it? Like,
Yeah, of course. We're not doing fuck all. Just like everyone goes, Nasri, Cleachy. Even if they weren't the greatest, they went because they saw something else on the other side. You know what I mean? Where do you get he was bad in 2020? All games he played in was crucial part of the team. No, he walked off the pitch and he went on it, bruv. Sounds like many people have just taken the belief that no, you're just supporting blindly. It's great watching United crumble. They did come on at Apple. He's on it, isn't he, bruv? He's on it, isn't he? We can't keep talking about Ozil all night because Ozil's got his fake account up, bruv, and he's talking to us. Ozil, go and play Fortnite, Ozil, yeah? Stop watching my channel. No, I'm joking, brother. Big up yourself, King House 78, a.k.a. Mesut Ozil, bro. It's great watching United crumble. Bro, if somebody else comes in and starts backing Ozil, that we know that's Kolasinac. Fucking, hey, H101, bro, you need to stop with the sheep talk. We're all Arsenal fans. You sound like Ozil got you whipped, bro. Oh, he's talking about this geezer. I was going to say, what, me? Fucking. So is that the case then, Guna? When you bought the tops, £60 one had embroidery sewing, and then the expensive one had a sticker.
Yeah. Like, I'll try and get it. You see,
Yeah, I can see it already. You're showing it. It's a sticker that's been ironed on.
Yeah. And then on the Adidas badge, yeah, on the £60 one is sewn in as well, brother. Swear down. Yeah.
So what have you actually paid for, bruv? So you've paid more to get is the £100 one got anything on it to say it's better?
It's it's like when the t-shirt does that.
Oh, is that it? So the £60,
and yeah, that one is better quality than this. Like, I'm not gonna lie, when it comes through, I was pissed off.
I am absolutely shocked that you pay £60 for hand sewn badge, but 100 for an ironed one. That don't even make sense. You know that will come off one day. If you wear that every day, you need to look after it, and then it will be all right.
I hardly ever wear it, mate, because of that. It's not coming in. I'm not spending £100 for it to peel off, mate. I was so annoyed. Like, even these now, like, look at the Premier League one. That's a sticker.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, stickered, and that all the sponsors and that.
You know what would be hilarious if it comes out in like 2 months that they've done a cock up in like the upstairs, and it was meant to be the other way around. The sewing one, $100
money back.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Get my money back.
Yeah, United have spent 1.3 billion, but the managers don't get the players they specifically want. They get back for 1 year for each manager. Then the board change their mind on. Then hopefully it continues, says Joseph. Fucking, I agree, but I think there's a case with that. There's definitely a case with that with Arsenal, and I can prove it. Yeah, Emre. Who did Emre buy? Apparently, Saliba. All right. Where's Saliba now, bruv? We still ain't seen Emre, bruv. There was more chance of Emre fucking Saliba's girlfriend than getting Saliba on that pitch to play football. So, yeah, you're right, Joseph. It's going on with a lot of clubs, that kind of thing. Because ultimately, if you buy a club, it's yours. It's not the manager's. That's why me as a manager, as an owner, I'm going to look downstairs and say, do you know what? I'm not going to wake up in the morning feeling right as an owner when we got David Luiz and Mustafi there. I'm going to bang up and Moncada there. Or that's what an owner's job is. And our owners are very happy to see us lower than fourth repeatedly. People trying to be respectful, talking about our team. You just keep going in with the puppet talk. We all got opinions. Let's just agree. Kroenke out, AFTV out, Mesut as well. We might be all Arsenal, but if one fan is a pedo, would you still say we are all Arsenal? I speak for myself, bro. Sonny's legendary with those bars, right? It's true, though, isn't it? If man's a pedo, he's not Arsenal fan no more, is he, bro? Paul Morris, our new Gabriel defender. He's a bad boy, Prem ready. Plug and play. The spine is looking much better.
That guy's to me, he already looks like a baller.
He's diving in at all the right places, throwing his body on the line. I'm just about to ask you, are you satisfied with him, Guna, yeah?
Yeah, I'm happy with that. 25 million. I'm telling you, yeah. You see where? Shall I tell you why I think we got him so cheap?
Go on.
we must have gone in and said that you stitched us up for 72 million with Pepe. You've got to knock some money off.
Yeah. It's bait.
Surely, because the way he's playing, if he keeps playing like he is, we should have paid at least 40 for him.
Yeah.
Because he's going in at the moment. He jumps in the way of everything.
It's true.
He is not scared.
Well, do you know what? That's actually what inspired my bet to say Arsenal are going to win the league. I was fucked out of my head at the time, but I thought, do you know what? We haven't seen Saliba and Gabriel partnership by then. And I thought, what if they just come in? There's two of them, so it's double the chance one of them could be good. If they get a little partnership, we could have a good centre-back pairing. I just got gassed for a minute and done it. But flipping the coin now, saying, what's gone on with Saliba, bruv? I don't think we saw enough to say he's shit or not. What's happening? Why is he not getting the go?
I think in March or something is in newspapers, or some people were saying as well that his mum died or something in March.
Yeah.
That's why I think that's why he wanted to get a loan back to where he was last season, back at his club, so he could be closer with home. But obviously the transfer window shut, and I don't think he was able to do it or whatever. But Arteta said in some of his press conferences or whatever that he's just not ready, like because of the something like a transition period or something. And last season didn't work so well because he was injured quite a few times, and then their league got cut early, didn't it?
Yeah,
like with the corona, so he didn't get that full season of going in. You know what I'm saying? So he wanted to put him out in loan for that and to be with his family, I think. But obviously it didn't work out. But apparently he might be going on loan to a championship club or something. But I don't know. We should just really, him or Rob Holding, switch him about every other game or something.
Yeah,
because all of the others, our defense is crap. We're supposed to be buying players. We've waited a year already. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to wait another bloody year.
So true. Can you imagine if we knew, if you said, obviously, just I'm saying it for the sake of it, take everybody's personal life into consideration, but just using Saliba's situation. Can you imagine if you said now, when we bought him, you're not going to see this guy for a year to 2 to 3 because of the loan as well? It is so, football is so deceiving sometimes, isn't it? When we bought Saliba, you're thinking, yes, a couple months he'll be here. Bro, we might not see the guy for years. He might never play at Arsenal top. You don't know.
It's one of them. Like, as if he goes personally, if where he went out and we're supposed to get him last season, so that's a year already. We didn't get him. Yeah, this season, if he doesn't play, you go out, say to the Championship. Yeah, I understand the Championship's more physical than the French league. It's not like the Premier League, but it's, you know what I'm saying. There's still fight in there. You can come up from
you're going to learn enough to come in.
Well, there's teams that come up from the Championship and they give it. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of them. He can go there and he could do well, but then that's 2 years, and then he's got to come to Arsenal and say, for instance, he don't hit the ground running like Gabriel has and doesn't keep it going, and that's to take another year like Pepe looks like he is. That's 3 years. You know what I'm saying? By that time, my man's 22 now. You know what I'm saying? And then if he doesn't adapt to the Premier League that year, that's the 4th year now. So what are we going to do? We're going to renew his contract, and then it's just going to be, he may not be that well because his head's not with it, because you didn't do what he asked. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's an ongoing occurrence. So it's just like,
and you never thought that would have been the case. So, like I said, when we signed him, football's so deceiving sometimes. People forget
we stopped him playing in the final as well, didn't we? Like against PSG. Like, surely that's pissed him off as well. That's instantly like a red flag, if you know what I'm saying. Like, you fucking really?
Yeah, trust.
Didn't even let me play one of the biggest games I would have probably played in God knows how long. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I didn't get the chance. Like, that's gonna piss him off. And then say he actually wanted to go back to his mum, and well, not his mum, his family, because his mum's died. You've now pissed him off even more. Yeah, and then say he's like, all right, I'll stay here. I want to play for the team, but we don't think you're ready yet. We'll send you on loan. You pissed him off even more. You could just be like, right, I'm off.
Yeah. No, it makes sense, bro. It makes sense. I feel sorry for him, especially when I hear that mum stuff, this and that, and then like you said,
it's where he's so young. It's peak as well, man. At 19 years of age, 18 years.
You look at him; he looks 28, bro. So I forget all of this, and then when you say it, it's like, bro, he's just a kid. That's hard to deal with, mate.
Yeah, mate. Especially with all the pressure of coming to a new country and everything as well. It must be hard. Like, so.
No, it must be, man. Boy, big up yourself, Josh. Loving this chat, man. It's been about 2 hours. Then we'll fucking we'll call that one a day, bro. Thank you for coming, Guna. Let me read these last few comments. Midnight, loving it. Ozil, LDN. That's it. Ozil is the king. Why you don't start cracking up at me, LDN. Damn, I paid 130 for the last year home one. Damn, I paid 130 for the home kit you're talking about. Okay, now. Where are those Arsenal shirts made? I hope it's not one of those sweatshops in the third world country. And bruv, Kroenke makes them underneath the stadium, bruv. He's got 80,000 South Koreans just building them, blood, out of fucking from scratch. Hardcode FC. Why does Claude, Terry and Diesel hate this channel so much? And also you, Sonny, they always talk about, bruv, obviously you're going to hate the truth, bruv. Why does NBC and the BBC hate the little home reporter, the truth? Bro, the big people hate the truth. It's standard. And I'm Liverpool, but IFTV sucks. Saliba's mum passed, is it? I'll allow that. Big up both you, man, for 2-hour chat. I didn't even realise it was 2 hours, bro. That was just a casual little chat, bro. Thanks for it, Guna, man. Thanks for joining us, Guna, man. As soon as you get your little realise a little name for your channel, slap it together. If you're ever struggling obviously I'll always come on your channel. You're always going to come on this one, but you could just do 5-10 minute videos, bruv, before a match, after a match, what you think's going to happen. You might get it completely wrong, and then you can just say after I got it wrong, where it's a good way to start. You can just get it out there before you know it. People will start commenting, and then before you know it, you'll just be doing your thing, bruv. I could tell you got a lot of passion for Arsenal, so it's sooner better than later. You start it, bruv. What are you doing for the rest of the night? Like, what are you going to do? You go in bed, or I could tell you're a late nighter. You're going to watch some TV and get higher blood. I can see it in your eyes.
Yeah, but we'll be getting blazed tonight.
Yeah, what are you doing? Do you watch movies, or what are you going to do? Do you just chill music? Or are you going to watch something?
Bit of all of it, whichever, man.
Yeah, I'm only asking you, bruv, because if you got a good movie, I was going to say tell me, because I always need a good movie to watch.
See, I'll have a look later on. I'll have a look and let you know.
Yeah. All right, Guna, man. Safe for being here, brother. You enjoy the rest of your evening, and yeah, hopefully you'll come on again soon, brother. And to all my people in the chat, I just say thank you all. Oh, what's this one? Oh, do you know what? This name, I had to click it. I thought it said don't eat hoes. I was going to say, blood, is there anything better to eat? But fucking, yeah, it says don't eat here, not don't eat hoes. Arsenal, I'll come and sit this evening. Everyone, I want to thank you all. Mel, Sonny, Josh, Professor. Thanks for the company, Army. Big up Midnight for the extra United hating. Thanks, Guna and Father. A real good night. Yeah. All right, then, everyone. Make sure you love your people. Make sure your people love you. Have a good evening.